Hello everyone, welcome to the new episode of Marriage Tips Every Woman Should Know, new episode in Green Palm YouTube channel. Here today we are with Dr. Ahmadi again. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Please.
Salam alaikum to dear audience, and I feel pleased and so much happy that for another time I'm your guest here, and I hope that our discussion would be useful and practical for you.
Thank you very much. Previous session we were talking about marriage issues and the conflicts between the couples, and we came to this point that these marital conflicts we should keep them in private. I wanted to ask you some questions in this field. If you don't mind, I'm sorry. We know that in our culture, especially Iran, we do keep secrets, we do keep this privacy a lot, we do care about it a lot. And at this point, I don't know why couples feel this urge to share their problems with others. What do you think?
First of all, I have to say that this is not, a geographical kind of problem that we can say that the people of Iran or the other countries, young couples or the mature ones have this kind of problem. It is something that's related to every human being.
Yeah.
When people feel bothered or feel unsafety, especially in relationships, they feel urged to go and talk to someone because for the first step, they don't look for resolution, but they're looking for release. This is the, reason that they are going to the other people for talking. Especially talking and sharing the problems with people may at the first step gives you the, some kind of sense of calm, all right, in short time. But in a long-term time, it causes to break the trust in the relationship. Marital relationship is totally different from the other kind of relationships, and it is very important to know that having such kind of feeling about keeping the secrets and struggles, conflicts within the family is very important. Sometimes some of the pains doesn't need witnesses, they need wisdom.
Yeah, exactly. So are you suggesting that couples should, for example, stay silent? Or there's a line between this silence and this wisdom that you mentioned?
Not at all, Zahra. We do not mean by silence we should keep silence and do not share any kind of problems and exposure it outside. We mean discernment. The question that we should ask ourselves when we face with such kind of issues in the family and marital relationship is not that should I talk? The better question is that to whom, when, and why should I exposure and disclosure this problem?
True.
This help us and guide us to say or not to say and to whom we should say.
Yeah, that was one of our followers' questions. By the way, most of them said that parents are the first, usually they're the first people who comes to mind to get their help. They're the first people we turn into. But how can this be problematic? We all know that not every family is a good family to talk with. How can this be problematic?
The parents are the safest people of the children, all right? This is common.
Yeah.
Of course, the siblings, friends, and some grown-ups and mature people around also may have the same role.
Yeah.
But in common and naturally, we say that the parents are the best people for children.
Yeah.
But it is very good and it is acceptable that their love is very beautiful toward their children. But because they have a very deep love toward their children, they cannot be good judges, all right? And they cannot be neutral towards the conflicts that the children have in their own marital relationships.
True, I
So
believe.
it is better to bring the problems out somewhere that we think that nobody take the side of someone,
Yeah.
but look at everything with insight and wisdom.
It is true. These emotional attachments that our families have towards us doesn't let them to have a good judgment towards our problems.
Yes,
really.
very good. And Zahra, you know what is it? The love of the parents sometimes cloud their judgment, and sometimes a very small problem and conflict between, the couples, because of, the interference of the parents, changes into a very great and insolvable fraction of their life.
And their minds will be controlled for long terms, and they would
Yes.
never forget what happened
Yeah.
by that time.
The couples may forget, the
exactly.
problems between themselves, but the
yeah.
parents may change their sight about the, the spouse of the children. Yeah.
Yeah, true. But psychologically, can you tell us what are the things that could help us to understand who is the real and the best person to have this, counseling for?
I think the wise couples should categorize their problems. Sometimes some of the problems may be solved by self-reflection, okay? It's a kind of problem that related to me. If I have self-reflection and think about the issues that is related to me that causes some conflicts and struggles in the marital life, I can solve it. The second step is the problems that really are very deep, and we can remove them only by intercede and by prayers. The other kind of conflicts or problems that, spouses may have are the ones that needed some professional counseling. We need to go to some counselors that are trained to guide the people, okay, and solve the problems. I think that some of the few problems need to be exposed or need to be disclosed to the families and to other ones.
According to this fact that you just mentioned, how talking to our friends can be risky. In this point, when you cannot, trust your parents, or not trust, I should say, just it is not good to talk with them. How is it so risky to talk with a friend? Even that friend cannot be a good counselor.
Whenever we face some problems, we are looking for, a safe zone to go toward them. Sometimes parents, siblings, friends can be the safe zones, but we should remember that the close relationships of today might be the, not safe relationships of the future or tomorrow. According to Imam Ali alayhi salam, that he says, always be careful about your friendships and your relationships. Do not reveal everything and all details of your life, because today you might be friends, but tomorrow everything might change and they become your critics.
Yeah, true.
Therefore, sometimes we can go to talk with friends, but again, it depends on the type of the problem that we have. We shouldn't talk about the details to no one, even the friends, because maybe friends empathize with us, but they cannot take the place of the counselors. So it is wiser to go to a person who is trained for this kind of problems and can be a safer place for us to negotiate or to talk with.
In my opinion, I think friends might be only the good, ears for us, only just to listen. As you said, never giving us any good advice. Just listen and maybe take advantage of it in later when we any type of relationships might have a breakdown, right?
Yes. We should take care that we shouldn't bring the internal issues into the wrong audience outside.
True. You mentioned Imam Ali, so I have to ask this. we believe that in Islam there's always, a way out, a way to
Yes.
understand things. In Islamic perspective, what are the recommendations that Islam gives us in this point?
It's a very good point. You know, Islam has its own approaches, okay, for the resolution of the problems inside the family.
Yeah.
Islam says in the Holy Quran, we have some verses for the problems of the parents, that you should appoint some hakam, means some wise people from the both families. It doesn't show that when we appoint someone from the families of the spouses, it means the closeness of them to one side, but the fairness, the wisdom, and the intention that they have toward the problem. And of course, the hakams that we appoint should have this, feature that they shouldn't look for the side that has the right.
True.
We should look for the resolution of the problem.
Yeah, true. Could you please tell us about the long-term consequences of sharing our problems and this conflict with people who are not appropriate for us?
Of course, first of all, it collapses the foundation of the relationship. Because when we feel that our spouse is sharing or oversharing all of the issues that we have, the struggles and conflicts to everyone outside the circle of marital life, it escalates the sense of anxiety and reduces the sense of trust toward our spouses. So it's better not to overshare the issues. As I told you, we should categorize the problems, and we should think about, first of all, to solve them within the family. And then sometimes, because I'm saying sometimes instead of wisdom, we are looking for witnesses. And we think that this witness would remove the pain. But it's not true. We should look for other kind of, releasements, materials, issues, persons.
As we all know, there are some problems that can be solved within the family, but how can the two couples distinguish between these two things, between these two kinds of problems? Which one of them should be solved outside, and which type of those problems should be solved within the family?
What do you yourself think?
Of course, you mentioned the word private. There are, some private parts of our lives that in every family it is different in every family.
Yes.
For example, I myself have, no private type of topic in my, when it comes to my daughter and I.
Yeah.
For example, that is not a super private thing.
Yes.
But my husband and I, it is a private thing.
Yes.
I cannot share it. I would even not share it with my mother, never. But when it comes to my children or with, I don't know, household chores, whatever, I do, get their counselings and ask other people. But of course, not the private ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zahra, you remembered me of a very important thing that is, again, about, the spouses, and we can look at it in psychology and in the Islamic point of view. You know why? In psychology, it says that the problems and the issues that are related to couples are better to be solved within the family. Islam also, again, emphasizes this issue, and it says that, okay, try to solve the problems. If you couldn't, first of all, you can appoint some hakams, and then you can go. It means hakam also means, to have some professional counselors. But I want to tell you something important, and to our audiences also. Yeah. One of the important and bold features of Islam that, in some sessions that the problem is related to men, it means in Islamic terms, we have a special word in the glossary of Islam. We have a word, we call it nushuz, okay?
Yeah.
Nushuz may relate it to the men or the women, both, okay? Both. Husband and wife. You know, when the men disconduct or disbehaviors are the matter of nushuz, the legal authority means you know, we call it hakim shar, okay? The legal authority can interfere in it.
True.
When the man, the important issue is that here the man is, you know, the matter of misconduct, all right? And like, for example, preventing from paying nafaqa or misbehaviors toward the women and the children and so on, all right? But the important point is here that whenever the woman, the wife, is the issue and matter of nushuz, even hakim shar or, you know, the legal authority wouldn't have permitted to interfere in this. And it says that because this nushuz is related to the wife, they themselves should solve it from the bedroom. You know, even it says in the Holy Quran that from the bed, the bedroom means, you know, the most private place of the home, not even to the children or the parents or some other people outside the family. And they should keep it private, and they shouldn't expose this problem outside. It is very important. And I like this rule when I compare, you know, the misconduct of wives and husbands together and the interference of the involvement of hakim shar in it. I see that how Islam protect the, you know, dignity and honor of women in the family.
Yeah, but we know that when a conflict happens, this is actually the questions that our followers ask. When a conflict happens, both sides are focusing more on blaming the other part and the other party, and I don't know, this conflict gets out of control. They cannot even come to the first place that what happened, when did it start, why did it start? They're just blaming each other. It is just playing ping pong, you know, and they never examine their own role. This is a really natural thing.
Yes, that's right.
I think that's good.
Anything else
you want to add for us?
I want to say that you know, marriage is, you know, is not just an emotional relationship. It is a psychological system. Should be safe for, you know, spouses and children both. And I want to say that privacy is not secrecy. It is respect.
Yeah, true. So is there any rule you want to give to our spouses and the couples who are watching us towards this, you know, managing these marital problems that they might have?
As the last word that I want to add is this, that we know that talking and negotiating about the issues, you know, relieve us, all right? But it is better to talk with the other side of the conflict, not the people who are out of, you know, the circumstance and out of the situation of the conflict and the struggle, and they are looking at the problem from the 4D stance, all right? So the best thing is talking and negotiating with the other side, who is the spouse, all right? So it is better to solve our own problems first from home, then out of the home.
Yes, true, exactly. Well, everyone, we are here, and I think if you want to understand more about these conflicts and when did it start at the first place, please follow us, Graham Palm, YouTube, and you're going to see when did it started again. And see you on next episodes. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Fi amanillah.